Hello and welcome to the Temple Nightly News. My name is Andrew and today our news team has several interesting stories to share with you. Let's begin with Aaron at our politics desk, who will tell us about new developments in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Aaron?
Thank you, Andrew. In recent diplomatic talks, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said that he supported President Donald Trump's idea to freeze the war between Ukraine and Russia, calling it a good peace deal. Zelensky calls Trump's suggestion that they freeze the war between Russia and Ukraine good, but doubts that Putin will acknowledge it. Ukraine has asked and suggested many times to pause the war, but Russia does not want to stop and comply with Ukraine's suggestions, wanting part of Ukraine's territory. On October 22nd, when Trump suggested pausing the war, Putin told his country to be prepared in case of a nuclear bombing. In response to this latest suggestion, Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stated that simply stopping would mean forgetting the root causes of this war. The causes, according to Lavrov, are Russian demands that would undermine Ukrainian sovereignty. Tensions rose against Russia and Ukraine previously in 2014, but the war broke in 2022. Russia then invaded Ukraine on February 24, 2022, starting the latest conflict, which has been going on for 3 years despite numerous sanctions on Russia. In the past, Soviet Russia included Ukraine and other countries, but after its collapse, the countries became independent, and Russia specifically wanted Ukraine's territory because of its resources. Trump has said that he does not want a wasted meeting, but insists that both parties want the war to end. Back to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Aaron. Now over to Emily at our science desk, who will share a story about technology and the arts. Emily?
Thank you, Andrew. On October 16, 2025, a very unique picture was taken by technology. This special photo actually helped the photographer win an international award. Qin Rong Yang went to Yidong Lake in China just to take pictures using technology. He entered his photos in the Wildlife Photographer of the Year Awards for 2025. This is a yearly contest run by the Natural History Museum in London. Qin Rong photos won the best prize for best photographer of bird behavior. This yearly contest is presented to show amazing pictures people have taken using technology. There are several categories of awards given out each year. Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Emily. Now we turn to the world of entertainment. Haley has a story to share about a recent performance. Over to you, Haley.
Thank you, Andrew. A band visits a local school originally to show students about African music. The band leader wanted to teach students about his culture and heritage. On Friday, October 24, 2025, in New Jersey, a band of African musicians led by Alto Gamilius visit Monterey School in New Jersey. The students declared they appreciate the concert. Gamilius set his heart on teaching students about his culture and heritage by performing a live show for them. The students enjoyed the experience of listening to live African music. Gamilius stated that our music connects people and people get up and dance like the kids did, and for well-being and mental health, it's a spirit lifter. He also stated that the visit was very heartwarming and we were thrilled to come along and give them a little taste of our culture. The group Octo and the Maya Calling is a Madonna band founded by Octo Gamilius in 2017. After the show, 17-year-old Renato said it was a really good performance and it's important to listen to new things. Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Haley. Now for some news from our own community. Jalen will tell us a story about a group helping victims of a recent disaster. Tell us about it, Jalen.
Thank you, Andrew. An elderly couple lost their home and memories earlier this year when the Eaton fire destroyed this couple's house and many more. Ken Wood, his wife Carol, which is two of the many unlucky people who lost everything in the Eaton fire. The Eaton fire in early January caused the couple's house to burn down. Jeffrey Lewis, a volunteer with the San Gabriel Valley Habitat for Humanity, is committed to helping. The San Gabriel Valley Habitat for Humanity Company is helping many people in need whose houses were lost in the Eaton fire. They are planning to build the couple 1,100 square foot home. Their goal is to build 10 to 20 houses each month in hope of rebuilding the whole city. Jeffrey Lewis, a volunteer with the San Gabriel Valley Habitat for Humanity, is committed to helping. They lost their homes due to the fire. The people in this story are Kenwood, his wife, Carol, and Jeff.
Thank you, Jalen. Now we return to our business desk where Jefferson has a story about a recent major museum robbery. Jefferson?
Thank you, Andrew. The French police arrested 5 art thieves in Paris for stealing millions worth of valuables, which has still not have been recovered. The 5 suspects have been accused of stealing royal jewels from the Louvre Museum in Paris, worth over $100 million. The 5 suspects have been found and arrested, but the police are still trying to recover the stolen jewelry. This robbery is similar to the King Charles X sword theft in 1976, when thieves stole the sword carried by King Charles X and stole millions worth of art, as which the earliest art was made around 17 BCE. This robbery made people stressed due to the art and sword, which the total amount of money stolen was worth around $500 million. Back to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Jefferson. Now we turn to the world of sports where Derek tells us about a very special athlete. Derek?
Thank you, Andrew. In Hawaii last month, a dedicated 80-year-old woman completed the Ironman World Championship and has beaten the world record for the oldest woman to ever complete the challenge. On October 11th in Kailua Kona, Hawaii, 80-year-old woman Natalie Grabo completed the Ironman, which consists of swimming, biking, and running for a total of 140.6 miles. She was 80 when she completed her 11th Ironman, being a world record in the process. Grabo took up running after going back to work. After a while, her running buddies decided to participate in triathlons. Grabo was interested, but she hadn't learned how to swim yet. She decided to learn, and in 2005, she took part in her first half Ironman. Later on, when she was in her early 60s, she qualified for the Ironman World Championship. After the Ironman, she was awarded the world record for the oldest woman to ever complete the Ironman. The Ironman World Championship is the most famous and hardest triathlon to complete. A triathlon is made of 3 parts: swimming, biking, and running. A half Ironman is the same thing except half the distance for each one. The previous record holder was a woman named Sherry Grunfield, who was 78 when she beat the world record in 2022. Back to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Derek. Now, finally, Hien would like to share an interesting story related to the 7 habits. Tell us about it, Hien.
Thank you, Andrew. South Africa, a university professor responds to several people asking about ways to break bad habits and form good habits. People want to create healthy habits that benefit and get rid of their bad habits. Several professors, Susan Hillier, Kyle Smith, Juan Pablo Bermudez, and Matthew Robinson, many of them being from either the University of South Australia, Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, Externado University of Columbia in Bogota, Imperial College London, and University of Texas at Arlington, have conducted experiments, tests, and studies which provide solid evidence that humans are better at sticking to activities that they actually want to do. These specific studies are associated with human habits. There are ways you can improve your habits and get rid of your bad habits. One of the ways to form a new habit is by making it encouraging, going for one specific goal at a time. Another way is to practice repetition. Repetition increases proficiency. You should try to repeat ways to achieve your goal in order for it to be a breeze. Lastly, you should try to reward yourself after completing a goal. This fuels your brain even more to think, wow, that was long, but also rewarding. I should do something similar like this again. Back to you, Andrew.
Thank you, Hien. That concludes this edition of the Temple Nightly News. You can find these stories and many more on TKN News blogs. Until next time, stay strong, stay safe, and stay informed.